Floyd Mayweather. Now, y'all know him as a boxer, right? Fast. I also know him as a boxer, but he runs around the ring a lot. Hey, don't judge me. I'm watching what everybody else don't want to watch. I'm just telling you. Got good skills, got good hands, yeah. Great boxer. Something never rubbed me right about the man. And I think I know why now. I think I know why now. You see, recently he had an interview. and the topic of Puff Daddy came up. Now, when you hear the response, you know what? Make your here. Just listen. Just listen.
Even like P. Diddy. I'm not going to speak bad about P. Diddy because he's still a black man. I mean, mistakes happen, and I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake, but things happen in life. And P. Diddy business is P. Diddy business. It's not my job or anyone else's job to go on the internet and stump him and kick a man while he's down.
Everybody makes mistakes. I've heard that before countless times. Why do they always keep saying everybody makes mistakes? So everybody make mistakes. I'm not going to talk about somebody when they're down, especially about a black man. Now, okay, let's just say you're friends with Puff and you're not about to speak ill about your friend. Okay, I'll give you that. But to go out and say everybody makes mistakes, this is okay, Floyd. Let's be honest. This is not mistakes. These are not mistakes. This is intentional. These are planned. You don't just mistakenly drop alcohol in front of a minor. You don't mistakenly put some drugs inside the drink. You don't by accident have a pouch full of paraphernalia walking around. That's not by accident. That's intentional. Yeah, Floyd, that is intentional. That's not a mistake. So let's just put that little lie to the side for a minute. Okay, that never happened. These were intentional acts. As for him not being able to speak about him because he's black, that's your logic behind things? Your skin color removes all responsibility? Man, I wish I knew that growing up. I'd have used that card with my mom forever ago. But you know what she would have done? She'd have said, okay, let's remove that barrier by beating the black off of me. So no, I wouldn't have taken that chance. Because she'd have removed any and all options for me to say it's because I'm black. And then she would have, now you ain't black no more. All my skin tone would have been gone with that whooping. Trust me, I couldn't use that excuse. But for some reason, Floyd thinks that's it. But he goes further. Now, hear me out. He goes further to defend Puff Daddy. Now, of all the people I've heard speak about him, this has to be one of the most ridiculous takes I have ever heard in trying to defend the behavior. Listen to what he says about his daughter. Listen.
Even if that happened to my daughter, I would be hurt. But that's the choice that my daughter made. Yeah. So I don't want to keep nobody while they're down.
Now, I don't care who, and I don't care what the circumstances. I would never, ever, ever try in my mind to depict my daughter in a certain scenario simply by merits of how I raised her. And then to say, well, it's on her, and that's our fault. No, that's on you. You raised her. That is 100% on you, Floyd. And the mere fact that you could say, oh, if that's just her decision, you didn't care about your child to begin with, bro. But then again, we've seen how you live too. So, I mean, it's par for the course, right? And for you to defend in that way Puff Daddy's actions by bringing your daughter into it, that's a whole different level of creep. I mean, I thought boxers had some sort of, okay, for me, fighting was always something of a masculine skill set. I know there are female boxers, I get that. But when it came to the gladiator sports and stuff like that and combat, I always thought of it as a very masculine, male, defensive, strong kind of thing. I did not expect to see the soft get brought in this quickly to it. Now, for all intents and purposes, you see people like Mike Tyson, animal, even in his old age. There was one scene one time he was at I think it was Leno. Was it Leno? Anyway, it wasn't one of them talk shows he was on. And guess who was sitting right next to him but Puff Daddy, okay? Now, everybody knows Iron Mike, okay? He's sitting there, and for some reason, you see him kind of edge to the side, and then he just kind of, almost like he was lifting a dead rat, like he really didn't want to touch it, but it was there on the seat, so he had to move it. Just kind of moved Puff Daddy's hand off the seat. Like almost, man, don't be touching me like that. No, no, sir. And just kind of moved himself away and just stood watching. And the look on Puff's face was like, why won't you let me cop a feel, bro? Now, compare the two boxers. One said, I can't say nothing about him because, he's a black man. He's down in luck. Everybody make mistakes. And even if it happened to my daughter, I wouldn't really care. The other one, don't touch me. Now, I would prefer the latter. Don't touch me, man. Don't look. Even if it was for show, don't touch me. Don't do that. I'm a dude. You're a dude. You keep your hands to yourself, homie. We don't play that game here. So, Floyd, what is the deal with defending him? Can you not objectively look at what's happening, look at what he's being accused of, and separate yourself? Okay, then if you don't separate yourself, you must have a vested interest in his going free. You must have a reason for defending him this adamantly, to the point where you bring your child into this. I can only assume that you two have been to a puff party. And if you have been to a puff party, maybe you came out more of a puff pastry than we thought. Maybe perhaps that you got in there and came out a completely different person. Maybe you got the Haney treatment before the Haney got that treatment. I don't know. But ain't no grown man going to defend the kinds of crap that he's accused of. If anything, you could say this. I don't know what he did or didn't do, but if he did that, I want nothing to do with it. You didn't even do that. You made sure you left yourself an in to come back into the good graces of Puff Daddy. And the only reason I can think that you did that is so that you can still enjoy the benefits of those parties. Now, those parties were not the cleanest things out there, Floyd. They left a lot to be desired, everything from drugging people to the big R word. I would hate to think that that's something you participate in, but I can only go based on what you say and how you have reacted. And how you've reacted is that of a guilty man. And not just any guilty man, a guilty man that's participated in the activities that the other person he's defending is accused of. Again, clear the air if you want to, but usually guilty people don't like to do that because in their minds, they'll come across even more guilty and they'll open the door. Hey, just admit it, bro. If you did, you did. I mean, I hope the courts take its course with that if you did do it. But trust and believe me to be better for your soul to just come clean with it, man. Instead of sitting there acting like you don't know what happened. You come across slow. You do. Because there's no way you can tell me that you got nothing to say while defending nothing to say. That don't make no sense to me. Either you know or you don't know. But if you don't know, why defend what you don't know? And if you do know and are defending it, then you had to have a hand in it. You're trying to avoid looking guilty while looking all kinds of guilty. Come clean, man. Come clean. Because eventually we're going to find out. I don't believe in this. This is the year of exposure thing, but it's happening. Either way, it's happening. No one would have thought that LeBron would be on screen talking about defending, and no one thought they would have Mayweather on screen defending Puff Daddy for being accused of sexual allegations. Incest. Come on, man. Nothing? You knew nothing? Okay. I would suggest you do this, okay? I mean, you may not even listen to our podcast or nothing, but on the off chance, Mr. Mayweather, that you do catch wind of this, this is not the ring where you can just run around it for 15 rounds and never get touched, okay? The ring is not that big, at least the one you're in right now with the Puff Daddy. There are way too many figures involved for you to be running around. Eventually, you're going to run into something that's going to knock you back and onto the floor. I would suggest you do this. Get out the ring, tell everybody why you were in there, and move on. But you trying to run and sprint around and work your way around it, it's going to end up bad for you. But maybe you've already calculated and you have an escape plan. You have an alibi. Who knows? But I'll tell you this much. As a father of a daughter myself, on no planet would I ever foresee my children, especially my daughter, knowing what has been accused of by that person in their company. Because I know what I've taught my child. Now the question is, what have you taught yours? And judging by your friends, I have a suspicion that you didn't teach them anything. Judging by your lifestyle, I can tell you haven't taught them anything. I can see why you would think they'd be included in that. And why you would also release any kind of responsibility by saying that's their choice. You don't seem to be the kind of person that takes responsibility for a whole lot. But maybe, this might be your chance of reckoning, and where you come to yourself and say, you know what, man up. It's about time I took responsibility for what's taking place. We can only hope. I'm not holding out a lot. Based on your reaction, I'm not holding out a lot, but you can surprise me. Feel free. I'm always looking for the next good thing.